you Christians say that God created the world. Well, just look at it. Look at all this trash on the street. The homeless, the drug addiction, rapists, murderers. How could a good and perfect God create such a bad world? If he did create it, then he didn't do a good job of it.
When God created the world and placed the first man and woman in it, life was perfect. Bodies were perfect. The first couple's relationship was perfect, and they had everything they needed or wanted. They even had the presence of God with them. They lived in paradise. After Adam and Eve chose to sin, everything changed. Perfection was rendered imperfect and life became hard. God cursed the perfect world he had made so that it turned on the man and woman. Food was no longer available everywhere they looked. They now had to forage, plant, struggle, and reap in order to survive. Sin ruined everything.
For we know that the whole creation has been groaning together.
As Romans 8:22 states, the whole creation has been groaning, and we groan with it. By the way, the trash on the street came from people being careless. Homelessness can be solved in multiple ways, but the core of the problem is the lack of empathy by society and free will. Drug addictions, rapes, murders, and all types of sins are done by mankind, not by God, who is sinless and perfect. Imagine you and a friend went to a junkyard full of wrecked vehicles, and in the distance, you could see an auto manufacturer. You look around and see a broken down Ford that looks like it fell off a cliff. You see another Ford that is old, rusty, and full of scratches. You gaze up at the Ford factory in the distance, and you say to your friend that it's crazy that the Ford factory is making such horrible and beat-up vehicles. Your friend rightfully explains that Ford makes new vehicles, but these wrecks have had bad things happen to them. Some crashed, while others were messed up in one way or another. But the factory isn't at fault for this, because they made new vehicles. This is what we're doing when we look at this imperfect world and blame God. There are a few things that seem mostly untarnished, like a beautiful sunset or the glistening white snow. But even though sin has ruined this world, in the long run it won't matter. This world will eventually be largely forgotten by Christians who go to heaven, because God will move everyone who is not in the lake of fire into the new heavens and new earth. The current universe will be destroyed and everything will be made new. This universe is tainted by sin, but the final version will have absolutely no sin allowed for eternity.
For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former things shall not be remembered or come into mind.
The lake of fire will be visible, but will have no contact, like a quarantined place, with everywhere else.
And he who was seated on the throne said, Behold, I am making all things new.
Pray to Jesus, turn from your sins, and follow him to heaven.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, then you also may like two of my other videos, Secrets of Reality and Intelligent Design. Check them out. And hey, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons.
If you enjoyed my videos, then please comment below. Also, if you have any suggestions for videos you'd like to see, please add them in the comments section. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell to get notifications of future videos.